Yo, 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 it's the Black and Blue podcast hitting you twice this week. What up, Black Ice?
Going on with you, bro?
Shoo, a lot, man. We had a few topics to hit this week, man. So we're going to hit the folks with two podcasts this week. First of all, man, let's talk about what's been in the news across the nation this week. Abortion, and particularly Georgia and Alabama. You know, Alabama's lawmakers, they passed a bill that makes it a felony for doctors to perform or attempt to perform an abortion in the state. The controversial bill contains no exceptions for victims of rape or incest, but does allow for abortions in cases where the mother's life is at risk. Man, it sparked a whole lot of controversy, and rightfully so. I think Alabama has lost their mind. You know, too much control over a woman's body is her right to choose. I mean, you could think of it different ways, but man, somebody rapes a child, incest, and they gotta keep the baby. You know, where are they at in terms of thinking? And like, these are the people that people are elected. And on top of that, it's like a woman that was kind of like signing the daggone thing into play, which makes it even more like, where are we at with this today, you know?
It's so many different ways we can look at this. Well, the bill itself is flawed. It should be
It's very flawed.
You know what I mean? It definitely should be an exception for rape and incest. You know, so many people talk about the law itself, but you know, everybody's saying they're pro-choice this, and like say, here's some things I don't like. I don't like the women that say that a man should have no say in this.
Okay.
Because like me and you as men, we can have an open, intelligent conversation about it. Because last time I checked, a man was involved to make the baby in the first place.
Right.
So don't try to X out now. You X out in the process of creating the baby. And two,
explain that though. What you mean by that?
Like you couldn't get pregnant without the man. So
you think a man should have a say in whether or not the woman has abortion or not?
I'm not saying that.
If that's the case,
no, I'm not saying that.
Have the baby, is he gonna take on the full responsibility and no kid?
I'm about to get into that in a second.
Okay, no. I'm trying to see where you going.
No, I'm going with it as far as like people saying like every time I saw a man trying to respond to the conversation, like some women would cut the man off like, "Oh, you're not a woman, so you can't speak on this." Mm-hmm. I disagree with that.
Okay. As
a man, I think we can have open dialogue about it.
Okay.
I ain't saying that we telling them what to do and what not to do.
Okay.
I say we have the right to speak on it. Like anybody else, we can have opinion on it. Like we can have opinion on everything else.
What's your opinion? What's your right to speak on
it? I feel like it's too much emphasis on the law, on the bill, and not enough emphasis on what causes these unwanted pregnancies in the first place.
Okay.
Because you know, like a lot of people say, you know, women should be pro-choice.
Right.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
But my thing is, a lot of choices were made to get to that point. So you didn't like to pop up pregnant. Okay, should I get an abortion or not? It was many choices that was made before you got to that point.
Right.
Whether good or bad choices is up to them, how they consider it. But like I say, take two to tango.
But from your aspect, I disagree with you, because then you're saying it's basically the woman's responsibility on everything.
I never said that.
Well, that's what. How else can you put it? Speak.
I said a lot of decisions were made to get to that point. By men and women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like now we talk about outside of incest and rape. Okay, we just talk about generally speaking.
That's
right. So you got a man and woman. They laid together. They both of them made a decision whether they wore a condom or not. Or they were birth control or not, for the fact they even have sex at all.
Okay.
You know, and they didn't want kids. Or it could be in a situation when a woman feel like this dude is not fit to be a father, but you still stuck with him anyway. Like, you know, or it could be vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, but all those decisions were made before you got to that point. That's what I'm saying. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like,
if that's the case, you know,
so
90% of pregnancies are probably unplanned.
Yeah.
I didn't say unwanted. I said unplanned.
Right.
I didn't say unwanted. I said unplanned. There's a big difference.
Very big difference. I'm glad you clarified that, because I was about to ask you to clarify that. Yeah. So, So, my thing is we should put more focus on how can we prevent women from being in positions should they get an abortion or not.
Mm-hmm. What you mean? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So like right now, from my understanding, man, abortion numbers are up. We killing off a lot of babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so my thing is, how can we decrease that? You know what I mean? And to me, it starts from the first choices, those choices before the abortion thing even comes up. You know what I'm saying?
But again, only disagreement I have with that is, if anything, if you could just take this back to whenever, it's always been the responsibility of being on the girl if she got pregnant. Daddy could always dip. I'm talking about 150 years from then, go to another state. Mama kind of stuck with the baby.
So we play devil's advocate then.
So we putting all the blame on the woman.
No, we play devil's advocate because based on what you just said, right?
Okay.
And a lot of women said this is my body, my choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that's saying that it's your responsibility then, right?
I can see that.
You just basically telling me it's your responsibility. If you're saying it's your body, your decision, you saying that's also your responsibility. All right? I don't like it when and I'm not saying all women does this, but there are a few women who are doing this. Okay. They're using that argument as a whole card. They can just get an unwanted pregnancy and just get abortions, because there's women out there have multiple abortions. You know what I'm saying? Making reckless decisions.
But I thought it was only a number you couldn't get them out. There's so many you could get anyway.
Yeah, I mean anything more than one. If it depends on the circumstances, of course. You know what I mean? I get back to wonder. But and you got black market stuff going on. And people have ways of doing it. I mean, I know women that found ways to get rid of their baby that wasn't through a clinic. Sad. I mean, it is what it is.
But the thing is, it's funny that you went off into that subject. That's another reason why I don't like the bill, because usually they talk about like what was going on in the 70s when women were going into like backroom clinics with coat hangers and stuff. I hope it doesn't go in the situation like that, because situation now is just pretty much you just go to another state and get it done.
And here's another interesting perspective, though. I really hear nobody talk about. And I mentioned it briefly online. Like, I have multiple pastors on my on friend lists and stuff, and none of them spoke on this issue.
Okay.
Now, most of these women that I've seen anyway are supposed to be like hardcore Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. So I wonder how they feel. This is my body, my choice stance go against what they believe biblically.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, do they feel like the Bible would agree with their stance on with getting abortion because it's their body?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to put out the answer to that, but there's something to think about.
It's interesting because you're coming from a religious aspect too, where then they saying no abortions, but then you got these same hypocrites. They want to put everything under Christianity or whatever. You know how I feel about that. But the thing is, when the baby is born, these same conservatives, a lot of them are conservatives, they talking about all these single mothers or whatever on welfare, government assistance, and Medicaid. So then that's going to be another issue too, money-wise, when abortion may would have taken care of an unwanted pregnancy. And I'm not using it as an example for everything. I mean,
speaking in general.
It's a flip of the coin,
And somebody else was saying too, like I saw this one guy tell this girl, was like, well, if you're pro-choice about you don't want the government telling you should be able to keep your baby or not, but yet you feel like the government should tell the man you should take care of the baby or not. So it's okay for the government to be involved with the baby's here,
mm-hmm.
but not beforehand. And I thought that was an interesting perspective. It was another angle that I thought was interesting too. I'm trying to think of it, but oh man, I just lost it.
Well, not to cut you off, but I mean that we could talk forever about this abortion
mm-hmm.
because it goes in so many ways. But like our state, Georgia, they about to get hit because right now they about to try to pass a law that pretty much after 6 weeks you can't get an abortion. And a lot of people don't even know that they're pregnant before 6 weeks. And a lot of Hollywood people like Jason Bateman, they threatening to not shoot, and Hollywood companies are not to shoot anymore in Georgia if that bill goes into effect, and how you feel about that one?
Yo, stand up for what you believe in. I mean, everybody has their stance or something they like to fight for. Like, yeah, some people, they do animal rights or human rights, whatever that case. So if they feel that strongly about it, definitely go for it. Like I said, I feel I don't agree with these laws. These
right,
bills.
I was about to say, because 6 weeks, man, an abortion a woman should still have a choice after 6 weeks.
Yeah, but my stance is this: prevent that decision from the get go. And and how I really believe about all this is just for the fact that America is so wicked and ass backwards the way we do things here anyway.
Okay.
And so we talking about we in the Bible Belt. So that's why I'm bringing this stuff up, because a lot of people making these arguments with me were Christians. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so y'all throw the Bible at me any other time, throw the Bible at me with this. You know what I'm saying? So and what I see it is the whole purpose of marriage was, well, the whole purpose of sex is to procreate. I mean, that's why sex is pleasurable, because if sex wasn't pleasurable, we'd be extinct by now. You know what I'm saying? And then you talk about, from the biblical culture, the more the kids you had, the bigger the blessing. So but now it's funny that here now in the society we live in is like the complete opposite now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but now it kind of makes sense, because, like you say, in the biblical culture, there's a lot of cultures still to this day where it was a lot of emphasis on a woman being a virgin until she got married, because marriage was sex. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you ain't even having sex till you unless you're planning to make a family. So now in America, it's such a recreational thing. You know what I mean? So now you're gonna put all these rules and bills, all this other stuff. So that's why I feel like all this stuff is jacked up, because
it's Western civilization.
Yes.
To the utmost.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So like, to me, like, yo, this thing about the foundation of it all.
Gomorrah, you too much. You didn't change the game. Now that's what it is.
Yeah, what it is. So, I mean, and I feel like if we never strayed from how it was originally, this wouldn't be a conversation right now.
Right. Okay.
I mean, personally, you know what I mean. But I don't like the fact that, I think the Bible is more pro-life when it comes to like your children. So, and like I say, like, we ain't talking about the instance of incest or rape or anything like that, just talking about in general. But my thing is, we just had, as an adults, men and women both, they had to make better decisions. But I know what it was. I want to come at you about. The one woman came at me, man, like really aggressive about she's a married woman, but she don't want to have kids. But of course, as a married woman, she loves sex. And she says, and she just thought it was so unfair how, a man can get a vasectomy, or, if he wanted to, but she say if she want to get her tubes tied, the doctor won't do it. It asks 1,000 questions. And I guess in some states, you gotta get the husband's consent.
I agree with her on that. She should have a right to do that.
But here's my stance on that. If you, because she's pro-choice. So here's my thing. You're going to be pro-choice. You got to be pro-choice across the board. Okay. So if you're going to be pro-choice about what you do with your body and what you want to do with it, you got to respect the doctor's pro-choice if whether or not he want to do the procedure or not. Because no matter how major or minor a surgery is, it's still a surgery. Right. It's still a procedure, and it's still a risk to be taken. Okay. So same way you want your rights to do what you want to do with your body, you can't take away well, I won't say his, because doctors are male or female. You can't take away that doctor's right to do what they want to do too. Right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, and I told her at the end of the day, you don't need those doctors to prevent pregnancy. Like, you really don't. Yes, life is unfair. I mean, we can go back and forth all day how unfair life is for men, women, black, white, whatever. Okay. But at the end of the day, there is a way as you as a person can control unwanted pregnancy. Let's be honest. Like, even you don't trust the birth control, the condom, anything else, you can just not have sex, or you go buy a toy. I mean, there's other ways to get what you want out of it. But don't say, oh, it's unfair, and try and blame it on. Now you throwing the blame on somebody else. No, we have to, as adults, men and women both have to start taking responsibility, and that's how I feel about it, man.
Right, but again, we still make a stance that The abortion law is bullshit, though.
Yeah. We're not knocking that. I'm just saying it's the fact that the Western society is so effed up to the point it's sad they even had to have a law about it, or this is even a discussion in the first place.
Yeah, okay.
Because we straight far away where we need to be at when it comes to this.
Okay. We're going to switch gears for a second to, we could talk about that abortion thing because that can go in so many ways. But want to salute to philanthropist and billionaire Robert F. Smith. He recently announced that he was paying his student loans for the 2000 graduating class of Morehouse College. Salute. What you think about that, man? That's a big thing.
Wait, you said it was 2000?
2019.
Oh, I think it was how many students? I want to say it was like 400 students.
Yeah, something like that.
Big salute. I mean, that's how you do it. You pay it forward. Like you come. Did he graduate from Morehouse himself?
Nah.
Okay. Oh, dang. I'll give more props if they were one of their own. Wow. But yeah, salute regardless. I thought it was one of their own that gave back, to schools. I feel like black schools should be doing that like their white counterparts do. Like, salute for paying it off. My problem is not with him. It's the college system. Why the hell they had to cost so much money to get education in this country?
Can't get a loan for starting no small business, but they give you them student
loans. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we talk about that all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like people got to see how jacked up it is. Like, say you went from high school, say you went straight to college, and you did college this thing out for 5-6 years, and so you like about 22, 23 years old, and you starting off your life as a young adult, and thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in debt to start you start off in the red, bruh.
Right. Well, unfortunately, these brothers not though.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Salute to them. Yeah.
Speaking of colleges, man, we were talking about this on the podcast a few weeks back. The whole transgender thing, be who you want to be. But I feel female sororities and male fraternities, some things are supposed to be for what they are, male and female. And Zeta Phi Beta, they were standing their ground about not letting a transgender cross their line or what come into their circle. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way like that, but they end up bowing down, and now they will be. I mean, I guess the pressure got to them, but sometimes you can't force the LGB, what is it?
LVNOP.
Yeah, the LGBT. You be how you want to be, but you can't force your values on everybody. Everything just ain't for everybody. It is what it is.
Yo, I think what makes me upset about this, I think Afropunk stirred all this up from the get-go.
Okay, wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? Because Zetas didn't say anything about not having transgender people in their ranks. Like I know something about their wording was kind of vague, but they never didn't say like, oh yeah, you can't have transgender women in our group. But I remember Afropunk wrote an article about it, and they went in on Zetas hard. And I'm seeing people, and Afropunk been doing this for a minute, y'all. Like they've been doing this for a minute.
They bullies.
They bullies
for the LGBTQ.
I've been peeping that.
I know the letters might be wrong, but they bullies, and that is.
I
don't see why those girls had to bend.
Yeah,
it is what it's same way we were talking about a few issues back. I guess what Morehouse was going, and Spelman was supposed to be. Man, a man is a man is a man, is a woman is a woman. I mean, I understand that it just goes. You know what I'm really waiting to see? How this whole transgender thing plays out. Because it plays out in the U.S. because it is what it is.
Again, the Western society.
But I want to see what happens when it times to come to the Olympic committees. And the transgender thing is not going to, I don't think that's going to fly across the board. It might work in the U.S. on some issues, but man, it's like I say, be who you want to be. That's not a knock, but you can't be, and everything is not all inclusive. I mean, it is what it is. That's just my take.
I would think you would want your own anyway. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to invade what everybody else got going on, you know, try to infiltrate what everybody else got going on, just start your own. I mean, let's be real. That's the only reason these black fraternities exist, because they couldn't get inside.
They couldn't get into the. It's funny that you said that, because I was talking to a friend of mine some years ago, because I never could get with the concept of a black Greek. Like that, just the whole concept still to this day, they don't make no sense. But me and his brother, we was talking, and he was like, we don't really follow what the white boys be doing. It's like we created our own shit. So, yeah, I agree with what your whole point is saying, that you need to create your own if that's what it's going to be.
You know what I mean, that's how you're going to do it. But yeah, I didn't like the way they bend it. It's my thing, where does it stop? You know what I'm saying? So it's like Delta's going to be next, AKA is going to be next. You know what I'm saying?
They probably already,
yeah, I ain't really, you know, interesting enough, I ain't hear.
They probably already did it on the low.
Oh yeah.
Just succumb to the pressure. Yeah. But sometimes you gotta stand on your core values, man. Everybody ain't gonna like what you like or like what you about, but they just gotta live with it. Everything can't be all inclusive. That's my take on it, man.
I don't know if it's been done yet, but I ain't hear anything about the white fraternities giving into this. You know what I'm saying? The black, I just feel like, and this has been going on for a while too, how, I mean, yeah, the gay community been through a lot. They fought for a lot, this and that, but I do not like it when they get compared to the black struggle, though.
That struggle ain't the same.
It's not the same. It was never
go that away.
Yeah, you know, it was never a gay only water fountain. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I wonder that's part of the plan, infiltrating these black, like I said, the Spelman and Morehouse thing, black establishments, the Zeta thing, black establishments. I'm not hearing anything from none of these white schools going through this.
That's true. We'll see. We got to do some research. We're going to get back with you on that.
Yeah.
Man, I read the funniest story today. I'm just going to read it out loud, okay? Gwinnett County, that's in Georgia. Gwinnett County police are looking for a man they say defrauded an Alpharetta woman out of more than $80,000 after meeting her on a dating website, telling her he was a millionaire and convincing her they were in love. Police have a warrant for the arrest of John Martin Hill, who was charged with theft by deception. The 35-year-old is also accused of defrauding women in the same way in 4 other states, authorities said. The woman told police she met Hill on Match.com. The two messaged on the dating site on March 27th, then met in person later that day, police said. During their short romance, he convinced her that they were in love and he wanted to buy a house together, Gwinnett spokesman Corporal Michelle Piera said. All this is coming from the AJC. They went house hunting and selected a home they were interested in. Within a week of knowing one another, Hill and the woman agreed to get married, Piera said. She gave Hill more than $80,000 to put toward the purchase of the house and to buy furniture. Following the exchange of money, the suspect ceased all contact. Investigators learned that Hill lives in an apartment. He lives in an apartment, ladies, in Duluth with another woman and a child. They said Hill has changed his name more than 5 times in the past 2.5 years and is accused of committing similar acts in Virginia, Delaware, Maryland, and New Jersey. My man, get around. Anyone with information on Hill's whereabouts is asked to contact Gwinnett detectives. We ain't the police. Y'all got to search around. All I got to say is, you got game and you were stupid. Salute to you, player. John Martin Hill, player from the Himalayas. He got Jerome Martin on him. Man, that's the funniest story I read all week, homie. What you got to say to that? Man?
That's a cold-ass mouthpiece on him.
It ain't less than a week. He convinced you to get married, and you gave him $80,000.
A week. That's a cold mouthpiece on him. Cold mouthpiece.
How lonely were you?
Yeah, that too. That too, you know.
Did he hit? I mean, damn. If he ain't hit, damn.
Hey, man.
Boy. I think I might have to put him up on my wall, you know. my
like a
goal,
poster.
My goal.
Your vision board.
John Martin Hill. Player from the Himalayas.
Hey, even the picture like a book cover. He could do like he could go on tour and talk about this. He get seminars and shit.
Oh man. And then we go little shorty. We gonna switch gears for a minute though. Little shorty from Mississippi, man. They tried to derail her, man, which was so foul. She was a valedictorian. They would not give it to her, and they said because of that she lost a scholarship at Ole Miss. But she still ended up. I think she's going to Alcorn State now.
Alcorn, get it right.
Alcorn.
Yeah, both my parents went there, man. They would correct you in a minute, bro. Alcorn State. And you know what great quarterback came from there, right? Steve McNair. He was a Mike Vick before Mike Vick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was Alcorn.
Tragic death. Salute to Steve McNair.
Yep.
But the little sister's name was Alicia James. They said tears ran down her face when her name wasn't called at the 2008 salutatorium for the new consolidated Central High School. So basically what they did is they consolidated two high schools. She was taking college courses and her GPA was actually higher than the white kids, but they didn't give it to her.
They gave it to a white male instead.
They gave it to a white male instead. So she has a lawsuit going, and I hope she takes them for everything. Salute, young sister. It's 2019, man. What when they did? Then you say they ain't ready for a black valedictorian. Well, when are you ever gonna be ready? Because if 2019 ain't, if you ain't ready, then you never gonna get ready. So your feelings not to be hurt, and you just got to move the hell on. That's your place, man. Mississippi. What's going on, bro? What's going on out there, man?
It's America, bro. Yeah. Well, you know how it is, man. Outside of Atlanta, man, Georgia, this is country, bro. It just is bad. You know, it's sad you had to go through that, man. But you already know how I feel about public schools anyway, man. You gotta start getting the kids out of there, because, like you say, like what Malcolm X said, man, don't let the enemy teach your kids.
That's true. You got to teach them yourself. You got to get two educations, one at home and one to gain how they got to survive in this world. It is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And speaking on a more serious note, man, we've been covering the Nipsey Hussle thing since the OG. You know, the G lost his life. Now his killer, Eric Holder, he's been formally indicted. He pled not guilty to 1 count of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, 2 counts of assault with a firearm, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon. What you think about that, man?
Well, you know, one thing we learned in the past, everything not open shut as we think it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they got the right guy, you know, but that was for him to be an idiot. That probably was like the smartest move he made. Because usually, if you plead not guilty, he probably just trying to get some of the charges dropped. He probably trying to get life instead of death. You know what I mean? Instead of the death penalty. So
trying to avoid the death penalty.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. So yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the couple of dropped. Depending on the lawyer, you know, Chris Darden no longer his lawyer now.
Chris bowed down out of that.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a couple of charges dropped, man. But I hopefully they keep it in there forever, bruh. I mean, he deserves it.
That's true. And then, you know, we've been hearing off a few things that say his brother is petitioning the courts to get a hold of his estate to manage the affairs. You know, salute to that. But then also, you know, his sister was trying to get custody of Nipsey's 10-year-old daughter. And right now she's in custody. She still remains with Nipsey's sister, Samantha Smith. I don't know what's going on out there. I don't know if it's trying to be a money grab. But it looked like to be some decisiveness in that. What you think about that aspect of it?
It's for this to be even an issue, man. I'm gonna wonder were there any family issues before he left between the sister and Lauren. You know,
well, this is not Lauren's kid. This is
It wouldn't matter, but if she's supposed to be like the wife, though, you know what I'm saying? You accept him and the kids,
right?
You know, and then it's not, and you're not talking about this the child's mother trying to get custody. This, you know, Nipsey's sister.
Yeah, but Lauren wouldn't be trying to get custody. Lauren wasn't married to Nipsey, so how was she? I mean, I don't understand your logic on that one. How was?
Some said they were married. I don't know.
No, they wasn't married. Yeah. But my point is, it's like having a kid with two different mothers. You're not gonna sit here and say just because he was a girlfriend with one, she should have attained custody. I think it's something more going on with the relationship of Nipsey's first child's mother. They saying maybe she had a few warrants and stuff going on. Maybe she had, I don't know what was going on in her life, but it seems like a lot more to that. And I'm wondering if they making sure that she's not has physical custody of the little girl, Emani, so therefore that could be a whole different argument when it's time to divide that paper up. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, because I'm not hearing anything from the mother. That's my thing. It sounds real quiet. It sounds one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, but the mother's been talking too. Mother has been talking how she's fighting for her daughter. She says the first time she's seen her in a few months when they had went to court the other day. So to me, it's a lot going on, and I just hope everything works out for the betterment of the child, Emani. May you rest in peace. May your father rest in peace, sweetheart. Our prayers go out to you. I know a lot is going on through her little brain, man. So I just hope her family can work that thing out for the betterment of it. And man, that's what it is, man. So with your book, man, you gonna tell us about it?
Yes, man. I finally published my book, bro, called Thoughts of a Dreamer. Definitely pick it up, man. It's on Amazon. It's a very dope cover, bro. Like, come on, man. It's real dope. But basically, it's real short. It's a portrait book, but that's your typical portrait book. It's literally a book of thoughts, scriptures, text messages, conversations.
Okay.
All blended together to tell the story of a dreamer chasing his dreams, basically.
Okay, that's what it is.
Through scriptures and relationships, man. So it's definitely it's a good, easy read. 60 pages, but it looks really good.
How can they get it?
Amazon is the Amazon exclusive. We can get the paperback or you can get the Kindle version for like $5.
That's what it is.
But these go for like $8.99 on Amazon. So, and I think it is available on Prime as well. So you can get these pretty quick. So definitely support your boy. Check us out. Everybody know who really knows me, man. I used to be a stripper in my old life, man. So I'm trying to stay away from that lifestyle. So I'm really trying to push this book. So every book sale, keep me out this pole, brother. For getting that money that way. You know what I'm saying? So, help your boy out.
That's what it is. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all support him. Keep him off the pole. He telling you about his days when he was a backup stripper.
Get that $80,000 a week, buying houses and dipping on these women.
Yeah, that's when his twerking days. But on that note, Black and Blue. We out.
Yeah.